Nightwing issue 16, Tim Seeley writing, and we have Xavier Fernandez back on the art. He obviously did the first arc as well, so he's back. So he seems to be alternating with Marcus Toe. And this was a wonderful issue that called back to the time of Dick and Damian when Dick was Batman, and everything with Damian and his relationship in this issue was glorious.
Comic books are not supposed to get me this emotional. I don't like it.
I know.
We're not.
Two Nightwings in a row. No, I'm just saying, because even with just Damian and Dick, like, I love that pairing.
The
fact that we get them back, and it is so brotherly, because Damian, even though he acts like such a jerk,
I love that it starts.
Dick has his number.
Yeah, it starts in Titan's Tower with Damian getting pissed that people on message boards are saying, "Oh no, Nightwing's the true next Batman. He'll be Batman." He's not got that little run. They're like, first Robin, best Robin, all these hashtags. Yeah. To the point where even Beast Boy mentions the hashtag. Actually, I think when he's asking the rest of them about.
That's very Beast Boy, isn't it?
Yeah, because Beast Boy knows it's bothering him, so he's going to.
I actually I loved the Titans, and there's all of them, like the characterization was nailed. So you have Beast Boy just throwing out the hashtags, just prodding at him because you know what he's like, and you have Raven just going, yeah, whatever they said, just off to the side.
I was gonna be over here. I'm just gonna be an emo over here in my emo corner. Yep. Don't bother me.
Yeah, just like, yep, whatever they say, I don't care.
And Starfire also going, yeah, he was really cool. Like, I get it. Also driving,
Yeah. So all that stuff's great. Damian with Dick's great. The fact that he stole their old Batmobile that they had when they were a team, great.
Great touch.
Damian's a bit sentimental at heart, isn't he?
He is. He is.
He puts on this front, and deep down he is a jerk, just because that's what happens when you're raised by assassins. But yeah, like, I just love him driving again, a callback to Super Sons.
Yeah.
I've been driving since I was 6.
And obviously it feeds into the main plot. So they when they go back, he realizes he's had a call from Sean, and we've seen at the end of the last issue, Sean is taken by someone. Someone was in the apartment, and they come back and she's not there. And obviously we kind of guess where it's going, but the pregnancy test, we kind of get it because of the phone call. Like, that's what they were talking about. Yeah. But my favourite Damian moment in this entire issue might be when he notices the pregnancy test and says, "Gracing you fool."
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I love the idea of 13-year-old Damian being like, "You fool, you knocked up some broad, you idiot.
You should know better." Like, coming from a 13-year-old who hasn't even started really thinking about that yet,
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Obviously, the threat of what's happening to Sean, the pregnancy. I do want to point out, I actually seen someone pointed out online one of the panels from the last issue that might be a foreshadowing thing. There's a panel in the last issue of Nightwing where it was going through all their different relationship beats and stuff.
Yeah.
One of them was them sitting on the couch watching a movie, and like Dick's on the phone and she's eating popcorn. But the dialogue you see like in a TV bubble for the movie they're watching says, "I knew you weren't the real father," and I'm wondering, I don't want to put the thought that Sean has been unfaithful to Dick in your head, Matt, but I'm wondering if that was an intentional little tease.
Don't do that to my boy. Don't Maury, my boy. Like, don't do it, or you are not the real father. I'm kind of hoping it's true though.
I'm kind of hoping it's a reverse swerve where this other Nightwing will say to him, "Hey, it's mine."
You mean Deathwing?
Yeah. I blanked for a second.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's like, "Hey, it's mine," and then at the end, Dick's like, "And I knew you weren't the real father." To him.
The one thing I liked about Arsenal is when him and Cheshire had Leon, and I just love the idea of superhero dad.
I'd love it. I'd love having Nightwing having to, take the responsibility, and I think that'd be a really interesting direction to take it.
However, this would lock him away from Babs forever. So no, that's not.
I don't. Not really though, because you can have a baby and have a good relationship with the baby's mom.
And you're also assuming that Sean's still alive.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
In that scenario. And
That's a good point. That's a good point. She could be stabbed right in the ovaries. So
maybe she dies during childbirth. You just don't know.
If this happens, this could be worse than the Red Wedding.
I don't know. For some reason,
I agree.
For some reason, I don't know. Maybe people disagree with me, but I think what Connor just said was darker than I said. She was stabbed in the ovaries, and
I was just giving it like. The reason I suggest that is that there's a thing in superhero comics where you, especially when you have a story like this, where you want to play up the human element, where it's something that he can't prevent. There's nothing he can do, so it's more painful for him that it's this because he couldn't do anything.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
There's that panel of him falling to his knees when he finds it. Just,
I don't know where he's going with this. What Seeley's got planned for the resolution of this pregnancy. And it could just be a scare. She may not actually be pregnant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's thinking about it and just like when he talks about this isn't me and Starfire messing around when, I'm about the same age that Bruce took me in at. Like,
yeah,
and it might just be my own personal age reading into some of the stuff, because by the time my parents were my age, they had 2 kids. So,
I think
it's this confliction going on.
In fact, I think the age I turn this year is the age my mother was when she had me, which is weird.
I'm trying to work it out.
Oh my God, Connor, your math is.
Well, I'm trying to think of years and dates and too much math, so I'm not going to work it out now.
Anyways, but so just reading into that, and you see his relationship with his younger brothers. Like he is a nurturing type. He's not Bruce that's kind of cold and shut off. He's the opposite of that.
Also, just even in this, he had that with Damien. Like, he had to nurture him and to bring him to kind of somewhat normalcy. Or what passes for Damien's level of normalcy.
If anything, Dick's the one that's been the most influential on Damien becoming less of a dick. And no pun intended. So... the dark jokes I said, we're making some dark jokes there about Sean's untimely demise. I feel like it will just be a scare. I mean, she might die anyway. I can see Deathwing. I mean, that's how you make Deathwing a proper villain, is you have him kill Sean, even if that is technically fridging, which we don't necessarily want. But like, I could see it going that way. I could see it being.
I kind of hope they don't, because that feels like it'll be just too easy as a way to make us hate him. I want them to make him up on his own.
I hope it's a swerve. Yeah, that it's not Deathwing. Deathwing doesn't have anything to do with Sean missing. Like,
you think
it's someone else? I don't know. Maybe someone from the group. Maybe, I don't know, an ex that's unstable, because she did run in rough crowds before. So I just felt like at the end with Deathwing taking out those horse thieves, the 4 horsemen, which that was another great scene where Nightwing's talking trash to them. Like, how do you come up with being the 4 horsemen? Who gets to be Famine? And then you see Deathwing show up and straight up murder those guys. So
what I do like about it is if he did take Sean, it's judging by his little bit of dialogue there, he thinks he's helping in a weird way. He's making Dick stronger. Because like there's a broken Nightwing needs Deathwing, like he's trying to fix him, make him stronger. Like Sean is just a weakness.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very Zoom.
It is very Zoom.
I don't want to reiterate. I actually do think the issue's really strong, and the emotional impact on Nightwing's very good. I mean, all joking aside about taking away from Babs, which is a concern. Don't get me wrong, it's a concern.
No, it is. But yeah.
The actual impact on him and him struggling with that decision and Damien's reaction to it, and the fact that Damien shows up to help, even he's a dick because it's what Damien does, but
his family.
He sees that it's affecting him, and he easily right. We're going to go and find her. We're going to go deal with this, and we have Damien now for this arc. Yay!
Yeah,
so excited for this arc. Well, I'm excited and I'm terrified.
Which is good writing. If you feel that way,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Good writing. And it's completely different than what he was doing with him in Grayson.
Yeah.
So, which was a much more fun, what's going to happen, versus this. So, Seeley's pretty versatile when it comes to this character.
Yeah.